pick themselves up those Firefly cages through those portals. It is going to be an absolute explosive start as JDG and HD could potentially kick off, already having found loot. And there it is. The first kill comes from KLA. Taki goes down to the dual blades. And we're going to see Tutik trying to come on through on this Takeda. Guess manages to find the mythic grab, will be able to take them down, and as a result we head inside so these players can look to potentially find armor resets. Tudik needing one of those right now as he's being contested by JL, manages to find the parry, unfortunately will not be able to stick in the area long enough to actually find any advantage off of the back of it, as unfortunately he'd lost two of his teammates already, and the Takeda that he was after had got that Kurumi free to be able to facilitate running out all of those focus strike commitments. It's now JLA unfortunately going to be stuck in a very rough position. The slaps coming through, XMF getting an incredibly early Zai ultimate, locking down so many of these players. Tumultuous ultimate also coming into play, and they will be able to take the Zai down, who had gone incredibly aggressive with that Effery full commitment. XMF now looking to try and turn the tides. They've got the Matari ultimate coming through. Jiangdong will recast the Honor Circle, as well as Teva up to his Zai, climbing the pillar, getting himself away from the attention of everyone in the area who's fighting on the other side of the room, entirely none the wiser to the Kurumi rest that just happened underneath their very noses.
This is insane. So many teams all packed in to this area. There's so many little nooks and crannies in this place as well. The ability to kite around this main building in Plumed is also substantial. You're able to buy a considerable amount of time. Also, the slaps are just crazy. This guy, he's able to buy enough time for his teammates to turn up by slapping multiple people. Also, one thing to note is that XMF XJ Gang just parried a pair of golden dual blades off of a player who's come up from Salvation Podium. KLA, I think it was, who contested Salvation Podium against Hex. Actually were able to come up having gotten those dual blades, but immediately losing them to XJ Gang. XMF doing a really good job already off spawn. Currently the kill leader, XJ Gang, on 3 eliminations. The team are having 5 total, leading the charge alongside HD, who also have 5 for OUG. They're looking for revenge. They're coming in, and they're trying to lock down this remaining member of XMF, who does have those dual blades he definitely wants to keep, but unfortunately not going to be able to do so. Zhao now taken down relatively low by MVP, forced to disengage somewhat. JL also relatively close by. It's just a mess of names on the mini-map. I can hardly tell what's going on.
The big question is, there's the dual blades. It's MVP's home. He was able to pick them up. I was going to say, I don't think this guy managed to, because he went for the ultimate without swapping to the legendary weapons.
I don't know what happened to them.
Maybe someone grabbed them in just the ensuing mess, because it was just player after player after player. I think they just changed hands.
The thing is, I'm sure that he had them. Maybe he hit into a Takeda with F1, and that's how he got them off him. And because I saw him equip them for sure, there's no doubt in my mind. I don't know. They've changed hands so many times. Who knows at this point?
Oh, I wonder if they knew that the Zai was going to be the target focus, because the Zai just goes in and dives with the F3, and they ferry it. They do a loot swap so that they pass it over to one of their players that makes away just in the off chance that their Zai goes down, and they don't lose those legendary dual blades, which is a pretty smart approach to it. As KLA gonna be waiting to see if they can third party once this Tumult ultimate drops on out. MVP stands in guard over the Soul Altar and looking to punish any of these teams that have to revive with those grey armors. CXE, has he been spotted? Now they go in for that jump. Viper ultimate coming on through into Tessa V1, looking for the full lockdown. Massive CC connecting onto all of these players, but CXE full sense has the F1, will be able to cover up his mistake of getting parried. Does not throw out the Dragon Slayers until now, turns on to LTZ, gets the Nessus connection, and throws out the horizontal charge up afterwards. CXC gets another Dragon Slayers into Nezars, and unfortunately has to back on off this time as HD show up for the third party. CXC not wanting to be a little bit too involved in that fight, puts himself onto the sideline, swapping that over to the Dual Blades to start cleaving through as many players as possible. Forbidden Seal now coming into play as well. None of these players able to utilize any of the ultimates at the moment, as HD are getting put into the blender. Parry after parry comes on out. CXC again gets to cover up the throat of that focus strike with the F1, and as Wuchen will teleport him away, but they were not able to get the body of that Viper. They had to hit the disengage before the Ken was in position to get ported out. And as a result, they just have to keep running, as all of those players in that fight are now looking to figure out where they disengage to.
It's just so back and forth, it's insane. HD was actually the team that had originally died, but one member reses and then reses the rest of the team, and then they get into the fight yet again. But now we're going over to JDG and JL, having an isolated 3 versus 3. JDG looking pretty good, but ZDI takes a lot of damage from this Dragon Slayer 2-tick. Using that F1, is he going to be able to capitalize? I'm not sure if he will, but he's sending out these fan focuses. The CC coming through onto the enemy Takeda. Another Dragon Slayer coming in. The bonk from the spear on top of that 2-tick. Taking a bunch of damage, picks up the Soul Bloom. Is almost up to his ultimate yet again, getting another kill. The spears are going absolutely crazy right now. And it looks as though JLA are cooked.
That was, what, 5 successful Dragon Slayers. Third party for free. OUG managed to slip their way inside 1. They're going to be facing up against BAODA as XMF versus JL and GG versus JDG.
Indeed, they are grappling to the skies. Zhao going right on in. The Zai, the front line, he's looking to get aggressive. Here it is, the F3 going upwards to try and catch a player out of the sky. Not able to land it, unfortunately. Yeran getting a huge Dragon Slayer, and it's already cooked. It's already over. Rico doesn't ult. Can't get it out. Just 100 to 0. Zhao now trying to salvage the situation with these F3s, trying to peel for his teammate, but John is also extremely low. The F3 from the Ferrier, no, the V3 from the Ferrier dropped down to peel for the team yet again, but it's Yueshan Ferrier up against, oh my, okay, it's already over. About holy moly, the Dragon Slayer onto that Karumi was so integral to that win for them, able to lock him down, prevent the ultimate from coming through, and considering that the Zai had already used F3, there was no peel available to come through. But now we've got the fight between GG, another Dragon Slayer. It's just a spear gaming lobby right now. CJS also getting taken down, and now LXM up against 3 players. 2 of them are extremely low, but it's not going to matter. JDG are going to come out victorious up against this team. Oh,
well, it's not a legendary spear. It's not a legendary spear.
It's legendary.
Oh my goodness. JDG just 2-tick